Hello and welcome back to the Inevitable Gym. On this episode, we're going to kind of bounce around just a little bit. We've got the 75 Monte Carlo up here on the Wildfire lift, and we're going to be digging back into that and continuing on with that car. I got some new springs for it. We want to get the seats out and finish some more of the finalization on the floor work as far as sound deadening insulation, and then get the carpet in it, and a few other things, oil change and such. And then we're going to mix in a few other things in the back half of this video. And yeah, so let's get to work. So if you shine up here, you can see where right there the rear axle has actually been hitting the exhaust. Just because these rear springs are so sacked out. You can see up there the spring spacers that were put in God knows how many decades ago. And these springs are just, they're shot. So I have a brand new set of springs we're going to throw in it. Get this thing up in the air, and you can see right there, it's been rubbing right there too on the bumps. So we're going to get that fixed up. Okay, the first step is going to be to pop these lower shock bolts, or nuts, excuse me, off. And then we can slide those out and then lift the car up by the frame, and the rear end will drop, and should be able to get those springs out. Push it on it, slide it back. Now it comes. Alrighty, we'll raise this up. Okay, that's about as far as the rear end's going to drop, and we should be able to get those springs out. I did go ahead and unbolt the sway bar on this side just so the rear end could wobble a little bit more. So raise this up a little more. There we go. Let's get it down on the safety lock. Get in here with a pry bar, and we'll work this up and off of it. Pop it up out of there. It's going to kind of go swing a little. There you go. Drop it down here. Don't forget the rubber piece on the top. They're isolated. And then we got the new springs here. We'll get them opened up. Okay, we got our new spring here, and let's see if we can't get that popped up in here. Get our pad for the top. Work this one up in here. So, okay, here we go. There we go. The first side is always easiest because the rear differential can swivel both ways. The other side is going to be a little bit of a fight. So, I got this side in. I'm going to hop over here and pop the other side in. See if we can knock it out real quick. Alrighty. The second side's always the tougher one because you already got spring tension on one side. Let's see if I can fish up in front of the axle tube so I don't hurt that brake line. Get the shock to move over far enough. I think I can. Get it past the parking brake cable. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like a glove. She's a little snug, but we're getting her in there. Come on now. Okay. Alright. It's going to take a little more leverage on this side. I'll be right back. I got to get me a big bar and pull down on this. Well, it's in there. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh my. Oh, that was a struggle. These new springs are a bit stiffer than the ones that came out. And I was having trouble getting this end to twist down. What I actually ended up doing, I'll pan over here and show you, I actually ended up putting some blocks under the wheel on the right side lowered it down so it would shove that one up and shove the other side down a bit. And then I could get in there and squish enough strength and push the spring up over and onto the perch. Because once this came down then far enough, I was able to reach in here and push the spring up and lift it up and over and onto that perch. So, get this raised back up. I'm going to tighten the sway bar back up. And then get the shocks back hooked up. And then we can drop it down. Bar over just a skosh. Oh yeah, take a look at these. These are the bushings, the helper bushings that were put in this car who knows how long ago. Look at this bushing that came out. See how it's all, I don't know how well that's going to show up, but it's all dry rotted and cracked and the rubber's just coming apart. So let's keep putting this back together. Alright, I'm going to lower this down so that we can get the rear end closer to where those shocks go and we can get them bolted up. Right about it. Right. Get that one on there. Spacer. That one on there. Change out the socket. Set it to the German torque setting. Good and tight. And there you have it. Let's set it down here. Oh yeah. Much more clearance. So hopefully, as we hit the dips and such now, the car won't dip down nearly as much and cause a problem. So while I was down under here, I did find a little more work that we got to do. Take a look at this. On the passenger side here, we have some grease, or actually some fluid coming out of this drum, and I took a whiff of it, and yep, it's rear end grease. So it looks like I can add a rear axle seal to the repairs, and you know what? It's okay. When you revive these old cars that have been sitting a long time, and then you go and you just stab them and throw them right on the highway and do 800 and some miles, you're going to pick up a leak or two, so it's all right. It won't be too bad, but I'm going to get an axle seal ordered up, and we'll put that on the list to do. All right, so we just took it for a quick test drive. The springs feel really good, and one of the things I wanted to do is, since we got home after that 800 and some mile drive, I want to do an oil change and get this oil out, because it's had a chance to flush anything and everything that was in that engine after that long drive. Do an oil change and get all that oil out of here. So we're going to drain it while it's good and warm. That way you get it all out. Woo! It's toasty. Okay, so it's actually a few days later. I had some things come up, and then I was on a road trip down to Daltons to pick up something, and then we had to go back up to Northwest Iowa to visit Pam's folks, all kinds of good stuff. So getting back to finishing up this oil change, dropping the filter off now, getting that changed up, and then we can fill it back up, start her up, move on to next service items. Got a couple things here we want to do. Get a little lubrication on our gasket here. There we go. Get our new Wix filter installed. There we go. Good and snug. Just the way we like it. Another quick thing I wanted to take care of is one of the front shocks lost its bolt. One of the bottom bolts on the way home, so get one put in here. There we go. Get that fixed. Make sure that one didn't loosen up. Nope. And then I I picked up a jingle or a rattle on the front end on the way home, and I found it. It's the sway bar end link here is loose. I got a kit for it. I don't know if we can. It'd be nice if I could do it without taking off the tire. I believe we're going to need 9/16, not half on that. Let me get the right wrench and socket. I'll be right back. So get on here and see what we can get done with this one. Boy, that light is just not in the best spot. Let's try that. That might be a little better. Oh, man. There we go. Come on. Just like that, we've got the old ones out. Oh yeah, these things are dried up. And that's to be expected. Like I said, once you start driving these things, small leaks, rattles, stuff like that, you've got to count on that. When you get these old rigs and you put them back on the road, that's what's going to happen. You know, you get bushings like this that are all dried up. I don't know if you can see this or not. And this is what you're going to run into. There's a lot of this kind of stuff. So, pretty typical. The good thing is a whole new kit from O'Reilly's is like, I don't know, $14 a side. And it gives you everything to replace that whole side. So, I'm going to hop in here and get this set up to tighten up and be right back. So when you get the new kit, it comes with the new main bolt, all the bushings, the spacer, washers, everything. So you just start stacking it all on here, one at a time. Get your bushing, or actually your washer, then your first rubber bushing. And then you got to kind of stack all the inside parts in here that go between the control arm and the sway bar. Kind of got to get them all stacked in here so that you can get it all back together. Because you get a bushing and a washer and then your sleeve. So I like to take the bolt, start through the first couple pieces. There we go. Then we get our sleeve in here, because it's going to get kind of tight up here, and those bushings kind of hold this bolt from falling out because there's a little bit of a grip or a grab there. And then we got to push up on the sway bar a bit to get the bushing in and the washer in here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to shove this up until just a little bit of that bolt's poking out the top here. There we go. And get the washer on there, and then I'll lift up, get the bushing on. Then we put the top pieces on and be good to go. So once you set that washer on there, as you'll see, oh, come on in here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. You'll see that the thickness there, what's the gap you've got to work with, is quite a bit narrower than the thickness of this bushing. So we've got to push up on this sway bar here. We've got to push this up to open that gap up so we can slip this bushing in. Alright, so we're going to push up on this sway bar so that we can get this bushing in here. It's kind of an awkward angle. You know what, I think I can try to get a pry bar in here and push up on that. Might be a little easier. Oh yeah, a lot easier. Keep the washer on, there we go. There we go. Now we push the bolt all the way up and through. Then all we gotta do is put the last bushing and washer on top and tighten the works up. Now when you tighten these down, it's just like a shock bushing. You tighten it down until the rubber squishes out the same diameter as the washer. Don't over tighten it, obviously don't under tighten it. we're going to fill her back up with the good old Rotella 1540. And then we got a little something special to add here in a second. I bought a bunch of this a couple years ago, it went on sale. And got to get it used up. Works good in these older cars. A little extra viscosity to help with things. And I'll tell you, one of the things I enjoyed most about this particular revival, and if you haven't seen the video for this one, go back and check it out, is working with KP and other YouTubers and just having fun with good old car guys. It is so amazing how one of the things that has come out of me having this channel is meeting so many amazing car guys like yourself. And I'm looking forward to the next one, which is the Buick LeSabre. If you saw that video, the Monte Carlo video, you got yourself a little brief look at the 68 Buick LeSabre that I'll be doing the fly and drive on next. Again, I'm going to do that at KP's shop. Same gentleman helped me out with his hospitality and such on this one. And that's going to be coming up mid-June. I'm going to travel back down there. We're going to get that 68 Buick LeSabre running. Now, we're not 100% sure on how long, but we're guessing it's been sitting about 35 years. And pretty nice car, and it has a lot of the original documentation, warranty paperwork and such. I'm a little more, I guess, confident in the mechanical state of the car with, as far as, not having a huge surprise. Like, we obviously found out why this car got parked up when we found the bad transmission. That particular car got parked because of accident damage. It got hit in the right front corner and a little bit down the passenger side, and they started fixing it. And then one thing led to another, and it got pushed into the corner of the body shop, and life happened, and the car never got finished. So it got parked because of an accident, not because of a mechanical failure. So KP and I are both really excited about doing that car, and I'm looking forward to get back down there to get that one done. Now, the other thing is I'm going to be adding some of this BFL, Performance Engine Oil Booster. It has like checkered flags and everything on it, so it's got to be good. One of my very good members and subscribers sent me a whole case of this, and this stuff is straight out of the 80s. I mean, BFI Chemical Division of Lakewood Industries, Cleveland, Ohio, made in the USA. Basically, this is ZDDP. It says right on it, contains ZDP and other exotic additives that are compatible with all motor oils. I don't know, sounds good. So we're going to add this to our oil change as well. Thank you very much for the gift of the additives. So, and top this back off. But as I was mentioning, we're really looking forward to getting down and doing the Buick Revival. That's coming up. Alrighty. Get this topped off. Alright, we'll let that drain down and we'll get fired up, make sure the oil light goes off, recheck our level. We should be good to go. I mean, look at this. This is so cool. Had the old pop top like from the 70s and 80s. Old stuff. Badass. Alright, let's fire it back up. Let's see what we've got for level down there. Drain back down into the pan. All right. Okay, so one of the things I got to get back to is this floor. As you saw in the original video, we couldn't get all the sound deadening material down because we didn't have enough, and therefore I couldn't put the carpeting in. So I want to pop this seat back out. We're going to take the bottom rear seat out again. And we're going to get in here, vacuum all this up, clean it up, do a little wire brushing and spray treating of some of this, and get the rest of the sound deadening material in this car. So let's get this seat out. get this out this side here. Nights like this, I wish Richie was around to give me a hand, but Richie hasn't, he's been a bit under the weather. He's just now feeling better, and hopefully he'll be able to rejoin us on the channel here pretty soon. Woo! It's out. All right, got the rear seat unbolted. Let's get that out next. Now, next thing I want to do is I want to get on here and some of these areas where there's still some of the surface rust and such, where KP and I, we scraped it off pretty good. Just ran out of time on getting some rust treatment and such down there. So I'm going to go ahead and hop in here and apply some rust treatment on those bare metal areas and also on top of the sheet metal that is brand new, and let that dry up so we can put more sound deadening material down. Whew. Get this mask off. It's hot. It is sticky. All right, well, we got the rust treatment sprayed down on all the bare metal and rusty. There's where we scraped the rust off. Got the fan going over here. It's hot. It's muggy here. And we're going to let that dry. As soon as that gets dried off, I've got more sound deadening came in, ordered in. So we're going to completely put the sound deadening on the floor so we can get rid of any of that drone. Then we can set the carpet in. All right, well, it's the next day, and or evening actually, and we're back out here. Our rust treatment's dried, and I have my package of sound deadening material, and this is just what I happen to buy off Amazon. It's the bigger pieces. I like the bigger ones, and you can cut them to fit and get what you need. This is SILESS sound deadening material, SILESS. I don't know. If you want to get some for yourself, that's how it's spelled. I'm not sponsored by them. It's not a promotion. It's just I've used it and I like it. It forms really well. It's not overly thick so that you can form it really well. And it cuts easily with scissors. So we're going to get some of this installed in here. And then I'll kind of show you how it cuts and fits easily. And then I'll probably break away and get it all knocked out and come back and show you what it looks like when we're all done. But basically, well, come on in here, I'll show you some. We're just going to take this area here, for example, how it's got kind of a couple different shapes and such. So I usually just take the material and figure out kind of how big a piece it's going to be. Then it's going to go down in here and around, and I want it to kind of come out to about here. So I'm just going to take my scissors and cut that piece across roughly there. And the thing is, this isn't complete coverage. You don't have to make sure you get every square centimeter covered. It's to cover most of the metal floor area so that you don't get any resonance up through the floor with exhaust drone and things like that. But also it's a bit of a heat shield, because the original carpet had some of those elements in it for insulation and sound deadening as well. This is just the easiest way to get it back into the car and make sure it fits. You cover as much as you can, but if you miss a little corner or two, don't sweat it. So you peel it. It's literally peel and stick. And I recommend buying the little roller. Lay it right in here. And it conforms really easily. Just work it down into the valley. And then where it overlaps here. And if it gets a couple of wrinkles in it, that's okay. That's what the roller's for. And there you have it. And that's exactly how it works. So as you can see, it really shapes to the floor and the contour of whatever it is that you're working on. And that's why I've just kind of liked this particular brand. I don't know, it just forms better. So I've got a bit of floor to knock out here. So I'm going to hop in here, crank up some music, and just get after it. I'll be right back and show you the finished product. Well, there is a sound deadened and insulated floor. Took about an hour, just taking my time working the pieces and shaping them. The biggest thing you want to make sure of is when you've got holes for like bolt holes for seats and such, make sure that you don't cover them up. You can pay attention to where you're putting the sound deadening down. The bolt hole for the front seat, and then back here we have the bolt hole for the rear seat. But yeah, it's turning out pretty good. There is a lot of insulation here, but it's sound deadening and heat insulation, so it really does form well. I mean, even over the transmission hump and such there, it really forms in really well. And now the next step is let's get the carpeting down. Now the carpeting's been in a box for, who knows however many months. I mean, I've had it for over a month and a half, and it's been in a box before that. So we're gonna get the carpet out. I'm gonna take it to the shop tomorrow, take it out of the box, lay it out, and let it spread out so that it'll be easier to get in here. We're gonna hop back in this the 75 Monte Carlo a little bit in the next coming weeks. So stay tuned, and I'll keep you updated as to the progress. But that's gonna wrap it up for the Monte Carlo right now. Let's go on to some bonus material. I took a little trip, got a little something. Stay tuned for the details of the adventure, and also another update on the 79 Mercury Cougar XR7. Stay tuned, that's coming up in the video. Good morning, everybody. It is the butt crack of dawn, and I am headed out on a road trip with, that looks like an empty car trailer behind me. So what could this possibly mean? I don't know, weird. So, I've arrived at my destination, and you may or may not recognize the surrounding area. Yep, came down to Daltons. Meeting up with Travis B and his dad Rick, picking up a new toy. Well, here it is. I'm down here at Dalton's, and there's Dalton back there.
Get out of my yard.
Yes. And here's what we came for, 1976 Chevrolet C10. We'll show you the truck here in a second. This here is Travis B, the Travis B. If you're not watching his channel on YouTube, why not? What's wrong with you? This is his dad, Rick. Way cool dude. Rick is the guy I bought the truck from. If you'd like to know a little bit more about this truck, there is an entire video on Travis's channel, again, the Travis B, where they rescued this truck. It's an original one family owned truck, and it is solid. So, you know how they are here in Iowa? I had to have it. All right, Rick, Travis, tell me all about what I just bought. By the way, yes, I already bought it, and now I'm gonna have him tell me about it.
So, yeah, this truck was originally an Arizona truck. This was a one family owned truck, and it hadn't ran in, what, 20 years?
No, it was about 12. As near as I could tell, it was 12 years.
Yeah, 12 years. So we did a revival on it. We did everything that we do to it. We got it running, we got it driving, got it stopping. Dad did a lot of work. He did the interior, he did the windows, the door channels and everything. And we drove it 1,400 miles from Tucson to Kansas City, to hand it off to Jim.
And that's one of the beautiful things. Delivery was included, well, within 5 hours of home, close enough. It gave me a chance to come down and harass Dalton anyway. But we're gonna load this up, we're gonna take it home, and we're gonna go over this truck from stem to stern. I'm gonna show you everything about it that makes it an awesome, awesome truck. And this is gonna become a permanent part of the stable. Well,
look at the mat.
I know, it's gorgeous.
It had a cover over it, and that's why it's still there.
Because that's the original mat.
That's the original mat.
So Rick and I and Dalton and Jess and Travis, we're all going to go out and grab some beef. I think we're getting some Mexican.
Good.
So we're getting Mexican?
That's fine.
Yeah, so...
I wonder if it'll be like Arizona.
I don't know.
Drive out through that grass.
I'll do that. Yeah, so Rick, originally you're from the Midwest, but now you live in Tucson. And what do you miss the most?
This.
Driving through grass.
Driving through grass. Oh, look at that. I'm going to do it too.
The smell.
I love it.
Well, that's going to be a wrap on the 1979 Mercury Cougar XR7 right here. Where you've seen the car on the channel. The new owner's about here to pick it up. Meeting him in Northwest Iowa. We're up at Pam's parents' place, and he's from Minot, North Dakota. So we were coming up this weekend. So this is going to save him about 10 hours of drive because it's about 5 hours one way for me. So hey, why not help him out? So if you are ever interested in some of the vehicles you see on the channel, most of them are for sale. So this gentleman just emailed me and said, hey, is the Cougar still available? I said, yep. And here we have it. So he should be here soon, and send another one down the road. Well, we got it loaded up. It's heading up to North Dakota. This is Todd. Todd is the new owner of the 79 Mercury Cougar XR7. Now, Todd, you're a bus mechanic for the school district, right?
That's correct.
What are you gonna do with it? Everybody's gonna ask me, what's he gonna do with it?
Well, it's going to stay original, although I will be repainting it with the original color paint and putting the replacement vinyl top on of the same color.
Perfect.
Basically sprucing it up and beautifying it.
Taking it to the next level. And that's what this is all about. This is about saving these cars, getting them running and driving again, and then passing them on to a new owner to take it to the next level and make new memories once again. That's going to wrap it up for the 79 Mercury Cougar XR7. It's Todd's problem. I mean, it's Todd's project now. So,
thank you.
You're going to send us some pictures once you get it done?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll look for updates from Todd. Check in for the next one. Well, here we are. We're back to work. We're at Anderson Automotive, my shop, and just kind of want to wrap up the video and let you know that I wanted to show you one of the passing on episodes of one of the cars. As you saw, the Cougar XR7 has gone off with a new owner up to North Dakota. The Lincoln Continental now lives in Central Illinois, and the Pontiac Grand Safari wagon is in Louisiana. Again, that's what this channel is all about. It's about taking these rides and getting them running and driving again so that they can make memories for someone else. There's Sandy in the background chilling out. And I've really enjoyed it so far, and I'm looking so much forward for the rest of everything to come. So yes, the 1976 Chevrolet C10 pickup. We will be doing a whole video series on that truck, as well as we will be jumping back to the Chevrolet Monte Carlo. I just kind of had to stop in the middle because I had those trips we had to take care of. So stay tuned for more on the Chevrolet Monte Carlo. We're going to be taking that to the next level. We're going to finish up some of the interior. Planning on painting that car. A couple other mechanical things on it. And on the C10 pickup, while it is a good solid truck, there are a few things we do want to do to it. So stay tuned for all that. Again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you want to email me, you can reach me at theinevitablejim@gmail.com. And if you'd like some merch, we got hats, shirts, stickers, the whole 9 yards. That's at theinevitablejim.com. Now, if you'd like to send something to us that you think would be pertinent to what we're working on, or just you'd like to send us a little something, you can send it to the shipping address that is down in the description. Again, I'd like to thank not only Dalton at Pole Barn Garage, but also the Travis B and his dad Rick. If you're not looking at their channels, if you haven't checked them out, please do so. Awesome, awesome guys. It's gonna about wrap it up for this video. Me and Sandy, she's down here chilling out. Say hey, Sandy. Sandy says goodbye. She says, Dad, it's nice out here. I'm chilling in the yard. We'll be seeing you soon, but until then, go out in that garage, work on that ride, have some fun.